What made you want to straighten your teeth?
The thing that made me want to straighten my teeth was because as a 33-year-old adult, I felt that having straight teeth was going to help me professionally and going to help me advance my career. When people feel good about themselves, they perform typically better. And since I work in the education field, the way that people view myself and my presentation and teaching and the way that I work closely with other young people, I feel is very important. And the way that you look will be how they perceive you.
Why did you choose Incognito?
I chose Incognito because I wanted to have braces but not feel like a teenager. I wanted to be able to feel good about myself, and I wanted to be able to take that next step as an adult and have something that I was proud of, which is having straight and clean teeth, and at the same time not be able to be ashamed of having braces.
How did you get past the first couple weeks of soreness?
It was very difficult. A lot of mashed potatoes, definitely some beer to help navigate. I would say a lot of ibuprofen, and knowing that it was just temporary and that it would be the hardest part of getting Incognito and having braces is the first couple weeks. You have to be able to be willing to understand before you have your braces put on that this is a short-term thing and that it will pass, and it does pass, and it's just fine now.
Okay, what would you tell someone before they got Incognito to help prep them?
Something I would tell someone before they have Incognito put on is to be prepared for the first couple weeks. They are a very, not extremely painful, but a very different and kind of weird feeling. It is a strange feeling to have braces put on the inside part of your teeth. I love mashed potatoes. I love soft foods. I'm prepared to have soft foods and soup and bread. You won't be able to have steak, and you won't be able to eat the more substantial pieces of food that you normally eat, but it's worth it. In fact, it's a good thing because you actually lose weight for the first couple of weeks. But it's something that it's a small price to pay for the long-term effect, and it's really, really worth it.
Good job. What is your favorite part about the system?
My favorite part of the system is the fact that nobody knows. It truly is incognito. Since I work in a high school, and I work with many different students of all different backgrounds from 9th through 12th grade, the one thing that they're all surprised about is that I have braces. They have absolutely no idea. I might have a little bit of a lisp because of it, and because I just had an adjustment done, but I would say it's the fact that it truly is incognito. No one knows unless you show it to them, and that's the part that I think is the most interesting and probably the most captivating and useful part of Incognito is the fact that if you don't want someone to know, they won't know. And that as an adult makes you feel more confident and that you are an adult and that you don't feel like a teenager who has, as they say, a metal mouth or Invisalign.
Have people started to notice your teeth moving?
Yes, absolutely. Within probably, well, first and foremost, I had this middle tooth removed before, on the bottom part, before I had the actual Incognito put on. And within about 4 to 6 weeks, my entire right part of my mouth had shifted over and closed the gap. Between that time, not just from actually physically seeing that shift and that gap tighten and move, my mom and my wife both had noticed that my bottom teeth had straightened out and my top had completely straightened out within probably about 2 to 3 months. And when someone else notices something like that, it really makes you feel good, and it makes you feel confident that the process was worth it and that it is an effective tool and is something that can help pretty much anybody.
Do you think Incognito is a good option for adults?
Absolutely, 1000% yes, yes, yes. It's a great option for adults because, as you can see, you can't tell that I have braces at all. And as I mentioned earlier, having that ability to not have people see that you have a metal mouth or that you have Invisalign or that you do have braces and that's hidden, it is truly incognito. And that's the thing I love about it, is that no one knows unless you show it to them. Many people, even in close conversation or with talking to them within 2 to 3 feet, have absolutely no idea, and that's the best part about it. And that's why, of course, it's great for working adults, people who work in education, people who work closely with others. It's absolutely fantastic. The biggest part, the biggest thing about Incognito is the change that you have to your life. People think that when you have braces put on, oh, it's just braces. Well, yeah, it is, but it impacts the way you speak, it impacts the way you feel, it impacts the entire part of your life. And I think that if you have Incognito put on by the right people, by the right orthodontics company, and you have it put on correctly, you really have nothing to worry about. And it really makes you feel good when you see those changes and you see the work that they do and you see that the quality of the product for what you're spending, it really does impact your life in a positive way. And the fact that I would never in a million years have thought that within 1 year my teeth would go from the way that they look, which was not very good, to now being almost completely straight. It kind of is really mind-blowing, and it's really surprising. Because I work in education and I work with a lot of high school students and I'm a teacher, I could get picked on a lot by students by having not straight teeth. But because of the fact that I have Incognito, every day I feel that there's a change to my teeth. My teeth are adjusting and that it's feeling better and better and better. Not just the feeling in my mouth, but it's the feeling that I'm projecting myself more professionally and that my students are also taking me more seriously because I have a better presentation on my mouth and the way I feel about myself and that I'm presenting to them also. It's a great choice for people who work closely in education with students, people who work in a dental office themselves, or anyone who works up close with other people. It's a fantastic, absolutely ideal, and wonderful option, I think.